Yeah, g'day guys. So it's a very grey and gloomy day. So got to head into the woods where the light doesn't matter as much. Although some fog would be pretty epic right now. Oh, I just saw a family up there. Like a mum, dad, 2 kids, granddad, just sliding all over the shore. I think the dad actually fell over as I was walking over the ridge. I heard a big thud. There's ice everywhere, and they don't have any spikes on or nothing. So they're basically just ice skating around this pretty dangerous terrain. It's like massive cliff drops down here to the water. It's just kind of silly, to be honest. Anyway, back to my plan today. I want to try and see what I can capture in regards to the river. There's a lot of flow, which is really nice because a lot of the snow's melting off the mountains, but at the same time there's also a lot of like leftover muddy, dirty looking ice, which just really isn't very attractive for photos. So I've just spent the last sort of half an hour, 45 minutes walking around just trying to look for a composition, and hasn't been so much luck yet. I'll come back up here and spin you guys around. This is sort of what I'm working with. Really nice big waterfall, but trees everywhere, and the ice on the edges here is really dirty. So I'm thinking maybe a long lens. You probably can't see very well, but there's really cool little formations of ice on here, and maybe incorporating some of that in with some flowing water could look pretty cool. So I thought I'd try that out. And then also when I was down at the base of the waterfall, I saw this really cool like puddle that's very thinly frozen over. And there's these really cool little streaks of like, I don't even know, just streaky frozen ice that looks awesome. So I want to try and get a more abstract shot of that. Hope that's not too loud for you guys. Once we get back down there, I'm hoping that the people that are here at the moment haven't broken that, because I touched just the corner of it in another section and it was so thin, they like broke immediately. So if anyone touches that, it's destroyed. So fingers crossed it's not. So I've fired off a couple of shots now. I must admit I'm not super stoked on those ones close up. What's happening is there's a lot of like overgrown trees almost covering the whole waterfall, not quite, but it's really hard to get a good composition without these trees coming into the foreground. Now I could like focus on them, focus on the waterfall and focus stack them, but they're just really distracting the really ugly like branches coming across. So I managed to get a couple really tight ones, so I'll see how they look on the computer when I get home, but I really don't have high hopes for them, but you never know. Those were shot at ISO 50, f13, 1/4 of a second, and that was getting a really nice bit of flow on the water. Alright, I'm going to fire a few more shots here and I'm going to head down. I've seen a couple more families showing up, so hopefully no kids have been tramping all over that little puddle that I was telling you guys about earlier. That would be pretty lame. But yeah, see you guys down there.
I said just where he was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead.
Alright everyone, I'm down at the little piece of ice that I want to photograph now, and oh man, it's perfect. No one stood on it. Woohoo! I want to show you guys how thin it is though. Check this out. I'll grab a little piece. Oh. Look at this. Is that going to focus with my face in the frame? So thin. It breaks so easily. It's amazing. There's so much of it down here. So now the hard part is how to photograph it. I'm going to try and get my tripod above looking down and see what lens is ideal. I got my 35mm with me here. I think the 50 would have been better just to compress it a little bit more, but we'll see what we can do. There's some really awesome patterns in the snow, in the ice, sorry. And then just below the surface, there's these like little shards of ice. I'll have to show you guys in some B-roll, but yeah, it just looks so cool. Hopefully the image comes out. And I'm also going to try and maybe use the polarizer to cut off some of the glare. I'll see if that works, because you can sort of see the reflection of the sky in there. And yeah, let's get to work and see what we can make out of it. So I've worked my way around the majority of this little puddle here. Definitely some curious little angles and things. And oh, you can't actually see, but you can sort of see I've actually opted for the 70-200 lens. The 35 was just a little bit too wide. With the 70-200 I'm able to prop the tripod right up high and then just zoom right in. I wanted to get some shots like completely vertical, but unfortunately I just couldn't mitigate my reflection on the puddle, so I've had to just like sort of hang off to the edge a little bit. But I think a few of the images are coming out pretty cool. Definitely something different, and it's something that I've been wanting to work on more in my landscape work, is like abstract-y, sort of more intimate landscape stuff. So yeah, and also what I've noticed is a few of the shots are okay, but some of them I feel like I'm going to need to focus stack them. I feel like I'm always going on about focus stacking, but if I focus right in the center, the edges, top and bottom, are just a little bit soft. So I've shot a couple of images just focusing the foreground, middle ground and background of the image, and then once I get home I'll see how they look on the computer. But yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Don't know what else to say about it really. It's the first time I've ever photographed anything like this, and I won't know until I get home and see them on the computer and give them an edit to see how they look, if they came out good. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the process. So I'm pretty much done with this little puddle. I think I'll look around and see if I can find anything else. Yeah, it's been a pretty good way to spend the morning, I must admit.
Just where he was needed.
Alright guys, we're all done on this little adventure. Headed out of the woods. So the two shots today, the waterfall and the little abstract sort of intimate shot, it's all I ended up doing today. I really wanted to try and get some other shots around the lake, around the river, but it's just looking really ugly at the moment, you know. It's very messy and there's no colour, no atmosphere, no anything, so those shots just really weren't working out. But I'm more than happy with the hopefully two shots that I've gotten. As long as that little abstract puddle shot comes out, I'll be just for that image alone, I'll be super stoked if that works out. But we'll see once we get home on the computer. Oh, there's someone actually falling in the river right here. Might actually give them a hand. Hang on a second. You guys all right? You good? That's quite the muddy puddle.
Yeah. I'm gonna need quicksand. 1, 2, 3. Good save. Good save.
Have to give those boots a wash.
That was fun.
Dad, you were quick on your feet, bud.
Awesome, guys.
I would have been
All right.
fine just where I was.
I'm glad you're okay. Hey, buddy. Well, I shouldn't be laughing, but that was funny. That was one deep puddle. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, that brings this episode to a close. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed already, and you feel like you want to be, hit that subscribe button. Got any questions, drop them down below and I'll be sure to answer them for you. Alright guys, catch you in the next episode. Peace.